Hey everyone, now this is a process of multiplying your strawberries. A lot of people tend to make this a long-winded and kind of difficult process when it isn't. Alright, now here are my strawberries. Now these are plants I put in last year, and because of the drought and months of no rain, they didn't do too well, so I was hoping to get it all up and running for next spring. So this is winter now, obviously, or maybe not so obviously, but it is here in Australia. So I'm going to be separating my runners. Now, see these? This is the host plant. Actually, let me zoom out, sorry. This is the original plant, or the host plant if you want to call it. This will send out a runner, or what's called a runner, you can see that. And at the end, if it's sitting on the ground, now I've talked about this in other videos, you can peg them down or just leave them, or put a rock on it, on the actual runner when the leaves come out the end, and that contact with the earth will force the plant to send out a root system, and then you can just separate that from the main plant and replant this one. So in theory, once you buy strawberries, you really shouldn't be buying strawberries ever again. Each year you should get extra plants, and every, say, people differ, but every 2 to 3 years you want to pull out the old ones as well, because they'll start to diminish as far as their flowering goes, so they won't be fruiting as much. But each year you'll be getting new ones. Okay, so all you need to do now, bear in mind I'm doing this with one hand. Alright, if you find, like say this one, I moved this out of the way thinking it wasn't attached. It's got a tiny little root system there, just starting to come out. So if you have to move something, rather than just flick it, just put it, just bury it a little bit, make sure it's got contact with the soil, and hopefully that'll reshoot. Alright, now back to this one. So this one, you can feel it, it's well connected, so you know there's a root system in there. Alright, so all I do, just dig around a little bit. Now the ground's nice and moist, so it's easy to just pull it out. There you go. Give it a shake. Now look at that. Wonderful root system. Now normally I would have a pair of scissors or secateurs, but you can just pinch it off. Alright, so there's your extra plant. Okay. Now this plant, what we'll do, I'll put it in the ground. Okay. Alright. So here's a nice patch, about 30 centimeters away from other plants. Now I've just got a couple of weeds here, I'll just pull those out. Alright, there again, I'm doing this with one hand. Just pull the mulch away. Now the soil's nice and loose anyway. I don't till my soil, so it's always fairly loose. Alright, there's no aerating or anything like that which compacts the soil, but that's another story. Alright, now I'll come back and do this properly, most likely. Once you dig a little hole, put your root system in, gather the soil around it, make sure it's in there nice and firmly, and put that mulch back around it, and that's it. Now all you need to do then is just keep doing that with the runners as they come up. Alright, so like I said, once you buy strawberries, please don't keep buying them again, just keep cutting off the runners as a cockatoo flies by. Simply keep cutting off the runners that have formed root systems and replanting them, and pulling out the old ones every say 2 years, just as a guide. Alright, any questions, give me a yell. You can look up bits and pieces and what I'm doing on the website, which is theproducegarden.com, or if you're on Facebook, just search for The Produce Garden. You'll find my page on there, and I often post photos and pictures and bits and pieces on there. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.